I didn't want to talk about this because I didn't want to bring attention to it, but it's now getting attention, so it's time to fucking talk about it and condemn it. On the 31st of August, there is going to be a nationwide protest for the racists and the xenophobes of Australia to get together and march for Australia. Okay? They claim that it is about cost of living. They claim that it is about Australia gaining itself back, winning Australia back, taking Australia back from whom? No one knows. And this is nothing but a racist, bigoted, disgusting, terrifying rally. And for any immigrants that follow me or are going to see this video, please fucking know you are welcome. And I know that doesn't feel like it. I know that this
this is the kind of the white savior, the victim thing that, you know, that happens to immigrants from, I'm being serious. I'm not trying to be racist or anything like this. There is this kind of mentality of white people, especially white women, to try to save immigrants from things, right? But maybe it's working, because we did see the African girl before saying that she's, you know, don't go to work. We saw the Indian girl saying don't go to work. So maybe they need to be cuddled in this manner and managed. But let's keep listening to Abbie.
Country does not make it fucking easy for you, but please know that you are welcome. And these protests should be condemned by every fucking Australian. Like, every Australian should realise that that is just xenophobia and racism unnecessarily. We know that the problems that we have in this country, like cost of living, are not because of immigrants coming to this.
No, Abbie, like, even as someone who has an immigrant heritage, I know that is a lot of the problems that we have is actually because of issues like mass immigration. It's not the fault of the immigrant themselves necessarily. Like, I think she could frame it like this, but it's not. It is because of concepts like mass immigration, where you do, you know, overwhelm the housing market, for instance, as an example. Whether it's by bringing international students in or having, you know, too many immigrants coming in a particular year without the available housing, then it does overwhelm the housing markets, because, you know, people need places to live. And everyone's competing against everyone else. So yes, if you have more immigration coming into a country, it can impact those things. So, you know, the way that she frames it is that it's nothing to do with immigration is just, it's not nonsense. This is why a lot of the issues don't actually get solved, because people like Abbie Chatfield from the left, you know, the Greens parties, Labour, the ones that are actually overwhelmingly in positions of power, play more into this side of the equation when they make their decisions, rather than the reality of that, which is, you know, what many of us see, these very real issues.
This country. It is because of much larger, much more complex economic and political strategies. It is also because of worldwide inflation, post a pandemic. They're
still blaming the post-pandemic issues. She's banging her fists, using really loud, big words, very simple words, but she's saying it in a big, expressive way, and apparently that's enough. She's not giving you any details, right? Just to remind
many
you.
different reasons. Price gouging. It is easier to blame people that are below you than it is to try and fight upwards, right? So these people go, I have issues in my life. Oh, the cost of living is really high. It must be these immigrants. These people below me, because I feel bigger and more tough than them, because I'm aware of my privilege, right? If I'm one of these people going to this fucking rally, I'm aware of my privilege. I know that I won't get cops coming to me. I'm a white person. I know that in society, I can punch down on immigrants because I perceive them as weaker than I am because of my place of privilege in this country that is on stolen land, okay?
Just wanted to put that out there. She had to get that part in that country which is on stolen land. So lots of themes and things going on here, which, you know, to her audience, they'd be lapping this up.
Immigrants, or children of immigrants, or anybody who is even visiting this country. It is not my place to welcome all of you because I'm not Aboriginal. I'm not First Nations. I'm not Torres Strait Islander.
Sorry, I just had to laugh.
But I will say the majority of Australians who live in this country do not agree with this shit. They don't fucking agree with it. These insecure losers, these absolute freaks want to feel powerful. And like I was saying before, it's easy to punch down than it is to maybe admit that our system is pretty fucked. And maybe those in power, who have power over us, have much more control than they ever realised, right? It's easy.
Andy, I hope this is a bit of satire from you and you're joking, but Andy says she's spot on, Rukshan. Maybe tell us in the comments, Andy. If you are serious, Andy, tell me in the comments why she's spot on. Where's audio going?
And the stage of capitalism that we're at is pretty bad. And the people that are in power, that you've been bootlicking your whole fucking life, actually aren't going to help you. It isn't the fault of immigrants, okay? So, sorry, that was just, I kind of blacked out just then. I'm so disgusted by this. I'm so fucking sorry about this. I am horrified. If you know anyone that is going to this or posting about this, either they are a neo-Yahtzee.
I don't know what a neo-Yahtzee is, but let's keep going.
Or they don't know what it's actually about, so inform them. But it's pretty hard to not know. They're saying no international flags, no flags from other countries. Yet in comments, these losers are talking about how Aboriginal flags and Torres Strait Islander flags aren't allowed.
I mean, I don't see the problem with that particular stance. If you are having a particular march that you've organised, Australia first, for instance, and you want to have a march just with Australian flags, I don't necessarily see the problem. Like, there's nothing offensive about that. How many marches do we have in Victoria and so on, Invasion Day, where they don't have Australian flags? They just have the Aboriginal flag. So what if people are just having a march where only the Australian flags are allowed, whether it's the red one or the blue one, whatever, right? As long as it's the Australian national flag, it's not like people are flying a foreign flag, like the Palestinian flag, Abbie. They're flying the Australian national flag. And yes, they don't want to maybe have the Aboriginal flag there because they want to have everything under the Australian flag for this particular rally, because some people in this country do actually believe that we should only have the one flag. They don't believe in this concept of multiple flags. They believe just one flag to represent Australia. So I don't know why she's losing her mind over the fact that people in this country have some agency to choose that they don't want to march under multiple flags. They just want to march under the one Australian flag. Hey, she might not agree with that, but I don't think there's anything crazy about that particular view. Let's see how she reacts.
Hey, you're actually all immigrants as well. We are all immigrants. What generation do we stop caring? I don't think it's generational. I think it's actually just racial. Because all of you are the same fucking people that when asked say, yeah, I'm actually 3/4 Irish, and yeah, I'm actually a bit French as well. Aren't you? So you're fine to claim heritage when it's white, but any person of colour walking, oh, they're ruining my life. No, they're not. They're fucking not. Your life has gotten harder because of a mixture of poor government policies, economic policies.
Yeah, so poor government policies can include things like mass immigration, which is a government policy. A lot of the things around mass immigration is just to help them with their budgets, right? To bring more people into the country. Same thing, the same reason the universities fly in international students is all to do with money and their policies, and the government supports that. So she's kind of getting to it in a roundabout way, but she wants you to pretend and feel like, just like you're just so dumb that you can't put two and two together. It's insane. I can't imagine the type of people that actually listen to her and take her seriously, but she has a massive following. A lot of young people follow her, a lot of women follow her, and a lot of them swear by the things that she says. So this is what, people are up against.
Global inflation, but also I'm going to bet if you're going to this, something to do with your own choices, because you're such a fucking loser if you're going to this. Anyway, sorry, I ranted again. I fucking hate it. We should all condemn it. Long story short, these people are fucking freaks. And if you're going to this, don't try and comment being all big and tough. If you're going to do that, show me your face. Show me a fucking photo of your face. I can guarantee so many of these fucking insecure losers are going to have fucking covered up faces. I bet they're going to. I bet they're going to. What are you even
Really, the only people that I've seen covering their faces, really, like at most of the kind of Australia First style marches or freedom rallies, things like this, well, never really, I don't really see people covering their faces at all. A lot of people are actually proud of the fact that they're there and they're not afraid to represent themselves and who they are for their cause. We've seen, of course, the NSN and the Nazi groups, they're very cowardly. They hide their faces and, they'll have all sorts of excuses for this. They'll be like, oh, people will dox me, Antifa will dox me and all these kind of excuses. But, I have mentioned like many other causes in countries around the world where people are under government oppression and, threat of death, for instance, even. They will proudly show their faces and stand by their cause. But for whatever reason, maybe they're ashamed of their views. I don't know. There are a few of them that show their faces, but a majority of them do hide behind masks. Maybe it's for theatrics. Maybe they just believe that the mask makes them more scarier. But on on a balance of what I've noticed at pro-Australian type events, no one is really hiding their faces and masking up. Right? They're not afraid of who they are. They're very proud of being Australian, and they're proud of their values, and they're not afraid to show their faces for the things that they believe in. Whereas, pro-Hamas marches, right? She's talking like this about people saying that they're going to, she's saying that they're probably ashamed of something because they're hiding their faces and coming masked up. The pro-Hamas movement, which she vehemently supports, majority and lots of the core people in those marches cover their faces all the freaking time. They're always covered their faces, right? That's their whole shtick. So she's just like, again, same as Purple Pingers, not consistent with her criticisms of individuals.
Protesting for? Your demands are to end mass immigration. What the fuck are you talking about? Anyway, condemn it. I fucking hate this shit. What are they even protesting for? What are they doing? Like, and they're all feeling all big and important on social media. I'm seeing TikToks going, bring the Southern Cross flag. Okay, no, only Australian flags. Okay, so the Aboriginal flag and the Torres Strait Islander flag. No, not that. That's confusing. You can't understand what 3 flags mean. Like, these people are fucking losers. Losers! I hate this shit. And I apologize.
I think she acts retarded on purpose. Sorry for my language, but I think she acts retarded on purpose. Because if she's actually really just like this naturally, then there is something, I think, wrong with her that she does need some type of medicating for. But she might be putting this on as a show.
Apologize to any immigrants. And I especially apologize to fucking Aboriginal people and Torres Strait Islander people, because why the fuck are these fucking white people who are...
Debate her, Rukshan. Being a critic is fine, but debater will mean more. I mean, these kind of individuals don't necessarily want to engage in debates unless they're on some type of mainstream platform where they have someone else championing them as well. This is what I've noticed. A lot of these people won't come on these type of discussions. I'm being completely honest, because especially for her to come on with a debate against someone like me, for instance, where she can't use her little all the brown people think this thing, because obviously she's talking to a migrant. Then she has to go on to actual ideological viewpoints, which she might struggle with, because she can't just use the whole race thing that a lot of her discussions tend to revolve around, speaking for all migrants, when she can't really do that, because not all migrants are a monolith, just like all white people are a monolith and so on. But they generalize everything, and that's why a lot of the time they like to have controlled spaces and debates.
Immigrants saying, nah, this is ours. It's actually not. We're actually on stolen land. Anyway,